Hi, me again. Back out here in the woods today. The snow's melting a little bit, sun's shining, wind's blowing. It warmed up a lot. It's like 55 degrees out, which is really nice. Today I want to share a story from my life about the time when I was given a second chance. I found cannabis at 15, and it was everything that I had been looking for, everything that I had been missing. It filled a hole in my heart that I didn't know was going to be temporary, but at the time did not feel temporary. And over the course of the next 4 or 5, 6 years, I developed an extreme substance abuse disorder addiction. Right after I graduated high school, me and a couple buddies were going to play disc golf up at a local park. We were doing what we usually did before, which was getting stoned in our car. And I guess someone saw that and didn't like it. A few minutes later, there's police around our vehicle. Kind of my buddy was like in the midst of like smoking, and just remember my heart sinking, them taking us out of the vehicle, and me sitting down handcuffed and knowing that my life was over, that I was done. It was you'd expect me to be freaking out, but I was very, very calm. It was just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm done. I was caught with, I don't even know how many different substances, probably 7 or 8. I'm not going to name them all because I don't think it's important. But I was truthful with the cops about what they all were and what I used them for. I was truthful about the fact that I was an addict. And that night we were let out of the holding cells, got picked up by a friend, and I decided, well, my life's over. I might as well go out with a bang. So for the next, 3-6 months, however long, my addiction went completely rampant. I was completely out of control. I was close to overdosing on multiple occasions. I was driving my car completely blacked out all the time. And then one day I got a letter in the mail from the prosecuting attorney. And it said to come in for a meeting. And so I did. He looked at me. He smacked down this huge file in front of me. He said, "We know who you are. We've been watching you." I guess I was also like dealing drugs at the time too, so I guess that makes more sense. He's like, "Look, I know you're a good kid. I know you've got a lot going for you. I know you sing. I know you play sports. And I don't want to see this ruin your life. And we just adopted this diversion program from Kansas, and we want you to be one of the first people on it." And that was the first time I realized God. There was nothing more true than the fact that this was a miracle, and that my life had been saved. Now, that didn't immediately, make me better, but it started me on a path to where now I'm not completely free of, addiction and the same things that are inside of me, but it doesn't control my life in the way it used to. I haven't touched anything other than cannabis or alcohol in 7 or 8 years. I don't know. I'm grateful for those experiences because knowing that your life will never be the same in your heart, I can't explain the feeling. And then having that completely shattered and been given a second chance was So I'm really grateful to be here. Really grateful to be alive. I'm really grateful I made it out of addiction. I've seen so many people die. So many beautiful, beautiful people lose their life because they also had a hole in their heart, which was filled through substances. But eventually the substances don't fill it, and you have to do more and more and more. But there's an answer for all of it, which is God. I mean, it's pretty obvious. So I've got to do something with this life, important and meaningful, not just for me, but for all my friends who aren't here anymore. I have a song I want to share. I guess I'll tell the story of how this song came to me too. It came to me last night. I was laying in bed, going to sleep, and my brother and his wife were expecting, and I was talking to my nephew. I was just telling him how much I loved him and how excited I was to meet him and to see what his life was going to be. I was in tears, and I was telling him that whatever you're here for, you can do. You have a mission here. And there's going to be things that are going to tell you not to follow that mission, but what you see in your heart, what you see in your mind can be real. And I thought, why don't I just do that for myself really quickly? And so I envisioned myself on a stage playing in front of a bunch of people. And I opened my mouth, and this song just came. So I spent the night, I wrote the first line and closed my eyes, waited, got back into that vision, and I heard the next line and then the next line. And then I spent some time this morning writing too. So it's probably not going to be very present of me. There's a lot of words, and I do not have them memorized because they just came out of me. So yeah, as you can see, I'll probably be kind of sucked into the notebook once again, which that's okay. Well, I just spent probably 10 minutes trying to play this song, messing it up over and over and over. So maybe it's just not time. My hand's hurting too from the chords. So I feel like that's a sign. Maybe I should just keep working on it and share it later on. Or maybe just once it's more memorized. Could be as simple as that. But maybe I'll just share some of the words with you. Let your heart smile and let it carry you. Let your heart smile, the only thing to do. Let your heart smile, let love shine through. Let your heart smile, you know what to do. It's divine timing, the way we find light, and I'm knowing the truth, and it keeps my soul shining. There is truly nothing bigger than we. Alchemist to love, I'm just a kid with a dream. All the pain, all the hurt, all the memories. Gotta let go of it all. Let your heart breathe. You've got some gifts that were given directly. The way you find them is through your own journey. I like the way you've been using your heart, praying for guidance. You've had it from the start. So do not crumble, do not fall. But if you do, that's okay. That's the game of it all. You've got the power to stand, my friend. And I'm right here as you begin again. This is called the Ancient Tribe. You're the queen of your heart and the king of your mind. Thank you.